It's all going off. Are we good to go? Okay then, so we're here live at the Gala Casino's poker tour at the Leo Casino in Liverpool.
Yes.
I've managed to catch up with Sally.
Yes, that's me, Sally.
Is that your stage name? Is that your playing name?
No, my real name is Sally. My nickname that I use online and that people know me as is the SAS.
Really?
Well, it's my initials. It's supposed to put the fear of God into anyone that sits next to me, but they just take one look and laugh.
I can't believe that for 1 minute.
Oh, yeah.
So then, at your tender age, young lady, how long have you been serious about poker for now?
I've probably been serious about poker for about 4 years, but I've dabbled in poker for 21 years.
So, was it the online sort of revolution that brought you back to it? Or?
No. I was strictly a live player. I came back to Liverpool after a breakup of a marriage when I was 28. And
are you over that yet?
Oh God, yeah. Best thing he ever did for me was leave. Absolutely. No, and you're stuck as to where to go because as a single woman of that age, if you get in touch with your mates from school, your competition for any fellas that are out there, so they don't really want you there. As somewhere where you can go and be safe on your own is a casino. You can come and you can enjoy your game, you can have a drink, you have a soft drink or an alcoholic drink, you can relax. If you need a taxi home, the staff will get one, and it's a really, really safe environment. And I was in a casino and someone I knew was playing at these tables and said, "What are you doing, Dave?" And he said, "Oh, we're playing poker, come and watch." So I went and watched, and they were playing 7-card stud poker. Not what we're playing today, but it was the game that was around at the time. And I just fell in love with it from the minute that I saw it. I loved it. And I used to play quite a lot recreationally. But circumstances changed a few years ago when I had to give up work to look after my mum full time, and online had taken off, and I started taking it more seriously and playing online and trying to earn a few bob that way.
The myth is that you have to have a lot of money to start off. But do you? Is it up?
Well,
how's it work? Do you have to have a few quid or?
No, not really. You can start off with, say, like 100 quid to start with and just play small games until you build your bankroll up. You don't even need that necessarily, because a lot of the online websites have what they call free rolls, where you don't need anything to buy in and you can win a few dollars. But in all honesty, that's damn hard work. The only problem with trying to make money as a living from poker is the highs and lows.
Big time.
Because you can guarantee if you've just had a whopping big bill come on the carpet, you're going to hit a down phase, not a high phase. That is just sod's law in the way it goes. So you just have to make sure that you just look after your bankroll, never gamble more than you can afford to lose.
Yeah, but Sally, come on now. Come on. How many years? We all live beyond our means, and we all spend today what we won't have tomorrow. Yeah. We've all done it for years, especially in Liverpool, more than anywhere, I believe.
Dead tomorrow, mightn't you?
Well, with my bills, it wouldn't be a bad thing. But when you sit down at a table, you come to a table, you come to a big environment like this.
Yeah.
Do you think, you being a girl, you have the upper hand, although they don't see it like that? They think, oh, she's just a girl, she'll be rubbish.
You do. They do definitely think.
Or do you play silly
girly
as well, like how do you play this and all that?
No, I never do any of the speech play.
Right.
I'm too frightened to do speech play because someone might come back with a witty answer and I won't know what to say, and I look really, really stupid. So I don't do the trash talk or anything like that, although a lot of people do. But no, I feel as a female player, you do have a slight advantage because people assume women don't bluff. And we do.
Women have been lying for years.
We do.
Let me tell you.
Yeah, we do. But you have to be careful to build up. Particularly with people, if you're playing in a casino regularly and everyone knows you, your game is completely different from when you're playing in a big tour like this. I sat down on the tour and nobody knew me, so I had to spend a long time trying to build up an image of the way I play first, because they don't know me. And I always like to sit down and I try and give the impression that I play like a typical woman, really tight, only bet if I've got something. And then once people have got that idea in their head, then I start chucking in the bluffs, and it's surprising how much money you can steal, because people think, oh, she must have them because every time she's played before she's had the goods, so she must have them now.
Well,
and you get them passed over.
It's a perception thing as well, isn't it? People perceive you as, oh, she don't know what she's doing, and yada, yada, yada.
Yeah. And there's so many men that think, I'm not putting my cards down to a woman. So if you've got the nuts, you're sitting there and you play it, I'll just, you better bit and that. And I'm not putting my cards down to a woman, and it's great.
And do you have one of these winning chants that so many of the others have when they win? They all stand up and start screaming or whatever.
No, I don't. Like bounce, you go, wow, wow.
Stand up and start singing Dancing Queen, something like that.
No, the only time you'll hear me do something like that is in an ironic sense, where I've not had a single card and I haven't won a hand for about 100 hands, and I win a pot and I'll go, sing when I'm winning. I only sing when I'm winning. But it's definitely an irony, because it means it's the first one I've won in hours.
First question I assume most people would ask you if you said you were a poker player was most you've ever won?
Online, the most I've won in one go was $6,000. Live, the most I've won in any one go is £6,000. But I had, between the end of November last year and the middle of January, I had one tournament where I won £6,000, and then I came second in another tournament the following week for £2,500. And in between Christmas and New Year, I won outright another big tournament and won £5,800. And then I came fourth in another one and won £1,400. So in a 6-week period, I won loads of money.
But I mean, are you cautious with that when you win it? You say, hypothetically, if you won £6,000, you say, right, well, I'll afford to put £2,000 back in and then walk away with $4,000. Is that the way you would kind of work?
Yeah, I do. Like you say, I mean, we've all got bills and stuff. I've got a lot of bills that need paying. I've got credit card bills and the car and everything. I've paid my car off. Most of my credit cards are gone now.
But is this your main source of income then?
No, it's not. I never, ever consider myself a professional poker player, because, as I say, it can turn around like that.
Yeah.
It can go.
Is that what we would call the lucky streak then? Or?
It's not a lucky streak, it's form. It's a bit like the economy. You have waves of up and down, and it's the same in poker. You'll have phases when you're on the up and you're on the down, and you're on the up and you're on the down, and that's just the way it goes. And you just have to, when you're on a down, what I tend to do, if I'm on a losing streak, I minimise my losses. I only play very small games, and I play through it. And once I start winning again, then I'll start playing bigger games again. So,
is it a confidence thing as well? The more you win, the more you feel confident?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Particularly playing live.
Yeah.
I mean, online's a bit boring.
But surely
every circumstances are different. I mean,
surely when you come out the house, though, you must have to feel it in yourself. Right, I'm up for this.
Yeah,
I'm
this
focused.
is the night. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah.
No matter what happens, this is the goal. Yeah. This has to happen.
Yeah. I mean, one time I was playing here, and I'd got a load of chips early on, and one lad came to the table, and he'd lost a pot to me, and he says to his mate, loud enough to make sure I hear, but under his breath sort of, he says, don't worry, getting back off there off easy. And I sat there and I thought, you bleep, bleep, bleep.
Yes.
I am going to win this tournament tonight. And I did. Because it really, really riles you.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Of course it must
But to play poker, I reckon you have to... Poker's split into 3 things you have to have. You've got to have skill. You've got to have balls. And you've got to have that little bit of luck.
What about money?
Well,
a little bit anyway.
If you're successful, you're going to get the money, aren't you?
The money will come into byproduct of it.
And I think that along with a lot of people is you've got to be honest with yourself. If you go and talk to a room of 100 people who play poker, either live or online, 99 of them are going to say, yeah, I win pots of money, me. But they don't.
No.
Because there can't be. For every winner, there's got to be 10 losers.
Of course.
And what you need to do for yourself, even if you never say it to anyone else, you've got to be honest with yourself and know if you're a winning or a losing player.
Can I ask then, would it be fair to say then when you sit down at the table, you leave the Sally person behind at home and you become this other person?
Yeah. This isn't the real me. I'm dead quiet at home, really.
Me too, kids. I'm really called Phil.
As long as you wear
a dress at the weekend.
As long as you're not called Philip.
And You leave Sally behind with what's going on, Coronation Street and all that malarkey.
Yeah, that all stays at home.
This
and
is,
you come here.
in effect, this is the office. This is work.
Yeah. But it's brilliant. It's fun. It's really, really good fun. I mean, okay, when you lose, you sit there and you're calling it everything under the sun.
I bet you're cursing.
But you sit down and you win a pot and you see those chips being pushed towards you by the dealer, and I'm telling you, it's better than sex. When those chips all go...
I wouldn't know about either. Lately.
Don't you tell your lies.